Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mariah Smith, student representative for the Boston School Committee.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mariah Smith, and I am honored to speak here today at historic Faneuil Hall and welcome you to the Mayor's State of the City address. I have been a proud Boston Public School student since I was in the first grade, and I'm currently a Boston Latin Academy senior and the Boston Student Advisory Council member and the student representative on the Boston School Committee. Through all of these experiences, I have believed in our ability as citizens of this country to overcome every challenge that we face. I have seen and helped other students reshape policies and spread awareness about issues like dropout, and have seen students and adults in all circumstances work together to create the change that they need. We have proven to ourselves through past examples that we can come together in difficult situations to share the weight of the burdens to make the load lighter. Currently, this load includes the tough economic challenges, but even in the midst of what seems to be so negative, we can grow as stronger individuals from this opportunity to create better outcomes. It can be hard to always look at the cup half full and see that every problem actually has a solution if we don't allow ourselves to believe in that possibility. We shouldn't focus too much on the issue, but rather on the ways in which we can resolve the issue. We can resolve it. Yes, we can. If a moment is taken, we could stop and see that a resolution can be made by uniting people whose hearts currently share the same passions. For example, it is evident that the students of Boston Public Schools feel a great deal of concern. Many students often ask, "What can I do?" They have strongly expressed their desire to spread awareness of their cares and concerns and of being welcomed into the efforts of change. Recently, a few of my classmates in my health class asked if they could tell the mayor that they want to help with his financial situation. The reality is, yes, they can. If students believe in themselves enough to advocate awareness of these issues and prove that they really care, so can we all. If we could all realize that the motivation is out there, we would all be able to see that nobody has to stand in this alone. We can all stand together. We are all affected by this shared challenge and can all join hands in a time when unity is all it takes to unite the states and peoples of America. The wonderful thing about us Bostonians, other than the proof that we can overcome anything, is that we have stood strong for 16 years under a wicked awesome mayor. He knows that you and I have the amazing ability of spreading hope for the future and trusting in the possibility of seeing the light at the end of a dark tunnel. He knows that when the economy turns around, we can say that we stood together. So without further ado, I would like to welcome you to the State of the City address. I look forward to hearing from the one man who has stuck by us since I was 2 years old and who continually believes in hope, our wonderful Mayor, Thomas M. Menino. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of the national anthem by members of the Boston City Singers Concert Chorus.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets were gone, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Father David Convertino, Executive Director of St. Anthony's Shrine and Ministry Center.
Good evening. St. Francis of Assisi wrote some words in the year 1217 AD. They still ring out down through the centuries to tonight, here, now, in this great city of Boston. St. Francis's words speak to each of our hearts of a mission and a call that every one of us has as a human being living on this planet and in this beautiful city. He said, "We are called to be gentle peacemakers, to heal wounds, to unite what has fallen apart, and to bring home those who have lost their way." In order to do this, we must make Francis's prayer our prayer. When he prayed, "Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned. And it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. And if we really dare to make this prayer a reality in our lives, then we will need this special Franciscan blessing each and every day. May God bless you with discomfort at easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you may live deep within your heart. And may God bless you with anger at injustice, oppression, and the exploitation of people, so that you may work for justice, freedom, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain and rejection, starvation and war, so that you may reach out your hand to comfort them and turn their pain into joy. May God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you can make a difference in this world, so that you can do what others claim cannot be done. And may the blessing of God, who is all-loving, all-powerful, and all-merciful, be upon you, all whom you love and pray for each day, and upon this great city of Boston, now and forever. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Boston City Singers, Dorchester Training Chorus. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Thomas M. Menino, Mayor of Boston.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Governor Patrick. Thank you. Governor Patrick, Secretary Galvin. Okay. We'll have a half hour clapping. That'll be the news. I just want to say, Mariah, where are you? We'll keep you up here. Father David, nobody clapped for you. Nobody. Governor Patrick, Secretary Galvin, Attorney General Coakley, Arda Danucci, Senate President Murray, Speaker DeMacy, distinguished guests, and my fellow citizens. Thank you all for joining me tonight here at Boston's Faneuil Hall. A building that represents the resilience and strength that must guide us this year. Congratulations to our new City Council President, Mike Ross. Now, thanks to the entire City Council for your service to our great city. Together, we will serve with commitment and compassion. But the most compassionate person I know is my wife, Angela. Thank you, Angela. And thanks to my family for your unconditional love and support. Thank you also to all of the men and women who serve in the United States military, including the 20 City of Boston employees who are currently on active duty. We are grateful for your service and sacrifice. Tonight, we mourn the loss of a member of the Boston family, Lieutenant Kevin Kelly, dedicated 30 years to the Boston Fire Department and the City of Boston. He was a loving husband and father. We'll offer our support and prayers to his family, the injured firefighters, and the residents. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor him. Thank you. Our firefighters put their lives on the line every day. Our whole city thanks you for your service. Tonight, let's note the history that will be made 1 week from today when Barack Obama is sworn in as President of the United States. We share a strong belief in the power of people, the importance of an urban agenda. I look forward to working with an individual who is so dedicated to moving our country forward. And as you know something, we're really going to need that partnership now. This is no ordinary year, but ours is no ordinary city. We are confronting a great economic crisis. Boston did not create it, but Boston must deal with it. And together, we will overcome it. The problems are truly global in scale. They're also very, very real in our city. I am in the neighborhoods all the time. The other night, I talked with families at a hockey game in East Boston who told me how tough it has become for them to put food on the table. Recently, at a groundbreaking, I sat with the construction workers who voiced real concern about their jobs. I spent Christmas Eve on boat in Geneva with small business owners who told me their business is off. I understand how they feel. Whether it's at your kitchen table or at my desk, the numbers are not pretty. Governor Patrick already was forced to cut $1.4 billion from the state budget, has talked about another $1 billion in cuts this year. Speaker DeMacy has prepared us for what could be a 10% cut in local aid. Taken together with rising costs and declining revenues, the city is looking at a shortfall in the range of $140 million this coming year. That dramatic figure threatens all our hard-won gains in education and public safety and in our neighborhoods. I worry about all the residents who depend on the services we provide. I worry about the city employees who deliver them. Because $140 million means cuts to core services. It means cuts in jobs. We're talking about real pain for working families. And I don't want that. Other cities are already laying off hundreds of people. But Boston is no ordinary city. We have the foresight to prepare for the bad times, even when it's deeply unpopular. That's why we were able to refinance debt and cut costs by more than $30 million. I will not stop seeking efficiencies in streamlining operations throughout city government. I will not stop fighting for legislation to give cities the additional tools we need to manage through this crisis and beyond. I will focus our resources on our shared priorities: public safety, public education, and economic opportunity for everyone. But we cannot tighten our belts out of the situation, no matter how much we prioritize, legislate, and consolidate. We need courage and urgent action. Tonight, I'm asking municipal union leaders to partner with me on behalf of working men and women. If we can agree to a 1-year wage freeze, that I can protect core services and for residents and preserve jobs. I know this will be hard on working families, but the way I see it, a 1-year wage freeze beats core service reduction and painful layoffs. We all love our city. We all benefit from a strong Boston. We work as partners, we weave the fabric of the city together. As we draw this fabric closer, we feel the warmth of human connections that will help us not only weather the storm, but to lead our nation out of it. Make no mistake, I have a bold vision for Boston. A city of strong community and unlimited opportunity. We already have made important gains on the vision by working together, staying focused on our goals, and maximizing every resource. The tough economy may slow our advance, but we will not be stopped. There are many reasons to have faith in our city. Right now, Boston residents are seeing the second straight year of property tax reduction. Right now, nearly 40 buildings are under construction, creating some 10,000 permanent jobs. Right now, the city's population has surged to more than 600,000 people for the first time in 30 years. Never has Boston been so diverse. And never have our neighborhoods been so strong. Boston's neighborhoods are special for me. You can feel the sense of pride when someone says, I'm from West Roxbury. I'm from Hyde Park. That pride has to do with people's sense of commitment. The most powerful expression of that is home ownership. I remember when Angela and I bought our first home. We still live there. We still haven't paid for it either. It wasn't anything fancy. It was a dream come true, the culmination of years of hard work. It increased our sense of belonging to the neighborhood. It gave us a deeper feeling of responsibility to our neighbors. Foreclosures destroy that. I started foreclosure prevention efforts more than 10 years ago. Today, we can see the difference our efforts are making. Graduates of our first-time home buyers course have a foreclosure rate that's less than a third the rate of the overall Boston market. In the last 2 years alone, the city prevented nearly 450 foreclosures. We kept nearly 500 families in their homes and preserved over $130 million in home values. But we didn't stop there. We created a nationally recognized foreclosure intervention team. We purchased 12 foreclosed units in the Henry Street neighborhood, one of the hardest hit areas. A year ago, in this 4-block area in Dorchester, there were 16 foreclosed and abandoned properties. Today, there are 3. Street by street, block by block, we will do even more this year. I will stand by your side to preserve your investment. I will stick up for Boston's neighborhoods. I will fight to protect all that we have achieved. This same commitment is what keeps our community safe. People standing up and saying, I am responsible for my actions and my community. That attitude, paired with police work we can all be proud of, is making a difference. Reduced crime by 8% in 2008. And we cut homicides the third year in a row. We'll improve on these gains in 2009 because protecting Boston residents is my top priority. I will not allow a handful of criminals to threaten our communities. We will take your guns, we'll break up your gangs, and we'll lock you up. Violence has no place in Boston's neighborhoods. Keeping our streets safe must start with putting bad guys behind bars. It's about more than enforcement. It's about intervention and prevention, too. That's what our community service officers, our neighborhood crime watch groups, and our nonprofit partners do so well. Together, they work to prevent retaliation and build trust with residents, which lies in the heart of community policing. Please join me in thanking all our public safety and personnel, our dedicated neighborhood partners. Boston is more than a city of neighborhoods. We are a city of neighbors. Just look at Michael Furchuk. Where's Michael? Stand up. He's the nurse who rushed to the aid of the firefighters last Friday. He doesn't think himself as a hero. He thinks he just did an everyday job. On behalf of the city of Boston, Michael, thank you. Thank you for what you did. Not every neighborly effort will be so brave. Every time we reach out to a fellow resident, we bring our city closer. Last spring, my team, together with volunteers, hit the streets to knock on over 2,000 doors to enroll kids in summer and after-school programs. This winter, we will do even more. We are calling every single senior in Boston. We want to make sure all seniors stay warm, safe, and healthy. This commitment to each other has made Boston a center of diversity and culture, of tolerance and inclusion, of innovation and forward thinking. Look at our investments in green technology, where Boston has become a national leader. Not only are we creating a healthier city, a legacy of sustainability, we are also driving economic growth, introducing new opportunities for our residents. We are investing in training for new green jobs. At the same time, we're working hard to support green businesses in Boston. Companies like Next Step Living, which improves residential energy efficiency. Or entrepreneurs like Marty Walsh, Marty, where are you? Who owns Geek House Bikes in Alston. Marty received a City of Boston loan to help fund its shop's expansion. These progressive businesses represent a key component of Boston's economic future. I know folks are truly worried about their jobs. Yet, even as the fog of economic uncertainty lingers over the nation, there is great light shining on Boston. People look to our city for inspiration. They look to us for reassurance and for leadership. It's through strong leadership that we are well prepared so that Boston emerges from these challenging times on solid footing. My administration is doing everything we can to grow Boston's economy. In 2008, the city helped launch 100 small businesses by providing financial and technical assistance. In 2009, we'll make available $40 million in HUD loan funds to jumpstart construction in Boston. And I'm reaching out to CEOs of our largest employers to ask them to do everything they can to save jobs through these tough times. We talk about economic opportunity. We need to talk about bringing more of that opportunity to Boston's neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are where I love to be. I'm out there every day, from Roxbury to Brighton, from Bunker Hill to Mission Hill. I know residents find opportunities in our schools, our parks, our libraries. Now more than ever, people rely on these neighborhood institutions. Right now, we're seeing a surge in library use, a one-third increase in requests for new library cards citywide. I am proud of how hard I have fought to allocate library resources where they can make the most difference at your neighborhood branches. Within these buildings, you can uncover the past and discover your future. That's why, despite a tough economic climate, I am thrilled to announce the opening of 2 new libraries in Grove Hall and in Mattapan. Libraries are central to learning. Nothing matters more than education. Tonight, Mariah Smith, a high school senior from Dorchester, wow, has served as a student representative on the Boston School Committee. For the Boston Public Schools, she's had an opportunity to discuss the Constitution with Supreme Court justices. How many of us could do that? And she received a great education. She learned how to think critically, independently, and creatively. Mariah reminds us that all children dream, that the Boston Public Schools are a place where young people learn the skills to realize their dreams. I look at students like Mariah in classrooms throughout the city. I see Boston's future doctors, teachers, even a mayor or two, or maybe even a governor. All of Boston's students energize me to keep pushing for progress every day of every month of every year. We've come a long way from days when 7 of our schools were in danger of losing accreditation. Today, test scores are up. 1 in 4 juniors and seniors take advanced placement classes. And 8 of our high schools are nationally recognized by U.S. News and World Report. We achieve these gains by being creative and collaborative. And we'll keep our focus on addressing the achievement gap and pushing the envelope of excellence. Tonight, I've announced a new partnership that takes us even further in that direction. The Cloud Foundation is making $1 million commitment so we can match 2,000 of our most driven students with leading innovators in art and sciences. I would like to thank the founder of the Cloud Foundation, Dr. David Edwards. David, stand up. For his commitment to Boston's youth. These students will learn how to develop and implement cutting-edge ideas This exactly drives Boston's dynamic economy and what will strengthen our position as a hub of innovation in the years ahead. Our city has made great strides. In neighborhoods, we have decreased foreclosures and increased safety, decreased property taxes, and increased opportunity. In our schools, we have decreased the achievement gap and increased learning. But I must remind you, unless we work together and take urgent action, our hard-won gains will be lost. And the worst of economic times must show the best of Boston. We have to work together to move our city forward. The state of the city is in our hands. And for that reason, I know that the state of our city is strong. We dare to dream, are willing to work our boldest aspirations, our greatest hopes soar over the wall of uncertainty and despair. Time after time, we have found new ways to work together unselfishly. Today is such a time. Today, we must renew our core principles. Today, we must awaken our revolutionary spirit that sparks Boston's enduring hope and confidence. Boston's best days are ahead of it. I pledge to you that I will continue to work tirelessly to move our city forward this year and the years ahead. Thank you. God bless this great city of Boston. God bless America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.